Hello there, welcome back to my channel. I was just going to do a quick update on some of the planners and kind of ephemera and washi tape that I've hinted at in previous videos that I have ordered and that has come in. Because I like to journal, but I honestly don't like the cost of some of the journals out there. And I have tried a few of them and decided that, as lovely as they are, not all of them are going to be repurchased again moving into this year, just because lifestyle has changed and as the world is coming back to normal, I am needing to spend my funds on other things. So, you know, £55 plus journals in multiple different journals isn't something that fits this lifestyle at this point in time. However, if it's for you, I'm not belittling anyone that does that, but I thought maybe for some of you as well who found even those price points difficult to handle, you may be interested in some of what I have in front of me, and you may not, but there's some options. So last year, this is new, okay, so this is a new item and I couldn't wait to use it, so I've actually already put it into use, and that's this journal cover. So if I take the diary out of it, so you can see what it is. So, oh, sorry. So it came like this, very flat in the post, and it is embroidery, beautiful blue embroidery. It has some lovely little tassels with plastic ends on it. It's got two tabs there for putting your pen through the middle to keep it closed, and it's got pockets inside. And the idea of this is that it holds an A6 pocket diary. And it is based on one of the well-known branded diaries, which is actually the diary that I have in here. And then you get this, so this is called the cover. And then you get this plastic cover on cover. And this is for an A6, believe it or not, but it's absolutely huge. And when this arrived and I measured it up against my diary, I was like, oh no, it doesn't fit. What am I going to do? And then this one arrived later in the post separately, and I realized that it fits perfectly. So I don't think there's a, I probably had it on upside down, to be honest with you. It's probably that way. Looking at those, because I wouldn't want a big one fitting over there. So it just fits on quite nicely. And what this does is it protects the outer delicate fabric of, oops. Oh yeah, that fits quite nicely. Of this one, so it protects that, so it's not going to get stained or soak up stains, and I can wash and wipe it. And then obviously you slip your diary into there, and you've got some tassels should you want to use them. So I was really pleased to get this, and this was a lot cheaper than other brands. Now, where did I go? I actually went to that shop that most of us think is a little bit dirty. The word is a bit dirty. I went to Wish. I decided to go and try Wish because last year, after 2 years of watching these, I actually caved in and I bought a real Hobonichi 2022. This is the English version, and I've got magnetic page markers in here for different things, and it's in use, and I've been using it all year, and I have, you know, my current page there, and we're kind of running out of the year, so you can tell the months easily down there, but I have the different sections of the book marked. And this is that Tomoe river paper A6, has grids on it. It has the moon phase, which is just slightly out for the UK, because I don't know if that's set for Japan. And the words and the scripts at the bottom are all turned into English. So there's these, not that I pay any attention to them, so there's these like bits of wording down the bottom. You have your calendar there so you can track yourself through. And the weekends, Sunday is red. I don't think Saturday is, no. So Sunday is red on these. Now I know on the A5s, I think Saturday and Sunday are red. In the, where are we? Can't find it. So like in these layouts here. So I think Saturday and Sunday might be marked up as red, but I've got every Sunday there. Comes in as a different colour. And then you have a page per day. And for considering how many pages there are in there, that is actually a really small diary. It's nice, and that's excuse me, that is the joy of the Tomoe river paper, I think, that gives it such compact versatility. And in the back they have some proverbs. There are some donburi rice bowls back here. What did I start there? I started listing decks that were hiding upstairs in one of my books. You got some important contacts. You do have some note paper in the back. Again, I haven't needed to use those. So there's a few pages of note paper, and it goes through to December the 31st. And this one started. When did we start? So started on January the 1st. And each month you get a blank page there for notes, tasks, to-dos, completions, and then you've got your pages. You do have, the page has times on the bottom, so you've got midday and a kind of dinner time there, but there are no other times. So it is pretty universal. You could put a habit tracker up here if you needed to, and then you can use this as you please. So I know that many people use these as a page-a-day journals, and I can see why. It's actually absolutely beautiful. But the cost of this, as I say, was too much for me to justify just for a work diary this year. Really enjoy it though. So I came across, I can't remember which YouTube channel, but there was all these Hobonichi journals. Now some I do not understand how you can call a composition junk journal a Hobonichi. I don't get it. To me, a Hobonichi is a version of this that isn't a Hobonichi. So this is what I found. And it's called a Kimball Techo for 2023. Comes in two colours, comes in black and comes in red. I got the black and I misread the order. Okay, so I thought I was getting 2 for the order, but it's not. What I got was 2 half years. So I've got 2 diaries, but it's 6 months each. And you can see when I put them together here, it's marked up the same as the full year. And when I put them that way, it's slightly thicker because it's 2 half years than my full year. So I did put them both into my cover. It's a little bit too thick, so I'm just going to keep half a year at a time in there. That's fine because, like I say, it's for work and I don't need a whole lot more in there. So yes, so a Kimball Techo comes with this little booklet. I can't say that I understand a whole lot from this booklet because it's not in English, but it shows you different sizes. So it does come in an A6 and an A5. I don't know what the A5 looks like inside. It kind of shows us around the calendar system that's in here, the grid system. You've got your overview of the months, which I really like. It shows you how to split up pages to create task lists for the months. It's just kind of, I guess, suggestions here for how to use it, like doodling suggestions and things, ways of splitting up, how to make task trackers. So I think that's quite a neat idea. It's got like your time zones in the back of this one. I don't think there's anything else major in here that I took away from this little booklet. Not really, no. But let's have a look at what we got inside. So it's black, it's like a faux leathery feel. It's much the same. So we have the brand or trade name on there. It's got this lovely pearly insert, which I quite like. I don't know if it picks up on camera or not, but that was rather nice. So it does say Techo, January to June. Now I have gone ahead and stuck some washi tape in here because I didn't need what was down there, so I've just covered it up. So there we have the 2022, 2023 and 2024 overviews. We've got, so this one has November 2022 and December 2022, so that's quite nice. And then we start with January and February, and then this is your days down, so it's just numbers, so it's not been listed with the, I haven't got the, I'm guessing that little symbol would be the day of the week. I'm guessing the red is indicating, no, I'm not going to guess actually because there's a few reds in there, so they may be bank holidays or something, I've no idea. But that's there, and that does the 6 months for this diary. Then I have my overviews starting with January. I find these really useful at the moment for me for work, because I can track my hours and things on these. And if I do overtime, I know what days I've got overtime, how much. So, right, just saved you from the dogs howling. Yeah, so it's really good. So I can just see exactly like what day of the week and how many like hours overtime things I've done on those. That's what I use these for me, for my working thing. And then the like little overview here of the 6 months ahead. So you've got those, so you could do your tasks, lists and trackers here. You could do a doodle. You've got a page there to kind of match up with it if you need to. So I think that's quite nice the way they spread it out. And then it's much the same. So you've got that front page to the month and then a page per day. But what I don't have is that wasted space at the bottom. And I don't know if these show on camera, but you do have times. So they have popped little times down the side. Again, they're not really in your face, so you don't need to use them if you don't need to. And that would be more for a working daytime. So we've got 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But you could completely ignore that and write right over it. And you've got your like little weather tracker, so you can circle the weather for the day if you want to track the weather. It's even got weeks on here, so we've got the numbered week. And this one it's saying is a Sunday, so I do have days of the week on here. And that little calendar down there also tells me that that's a Sunday. And it goes through like that. Every month. Let's just go to the back. Then when we get to the back, we have some notes pages. Let's do this. We have the notes pages. Here we have like be like a school timetable, I suppose. If you have set things on set days that you do, then you could track them on here. You know, you've just got a timetable basically. And again, if those times don't match you, you can just write over them because they're so faint to put your own times in. And then that would like follow you on through. This looks like a potential gift list, birthday list. Name, gift, time, receive. So you could either keep track of things that comes into you if you do like postal items or junk mail items and things, and what comes in. And then we have 21 days plan. Now I don't know what 21 days plan is, but it's there. So, and then there's one of these. So favorite reads list or films list or music's list or whatever you want, YouTube list. You could drop into this one here. That'd be quite nice actually for tracking your favorite YouTube channels. You could even use that to track videos or whatever you're up to. And then you just got like some of the other pages in the back there, and you got some measurements, and that's the end of that one. And then you have part 2, which does exactly the same thing. So you've got the same thing at the back. You've got your notes, your trackers for the other 6 months of the year, some more measurements pages. Actually, the thing I do like about this measurements page, let me just come back here, is you have a ruler. So if you ever stuck without a ruler, you've got one there. I believe it's true to size. And this one has the same on there. So we've got 2022, 2023, 2024. And that's what I covered up with washi tape in the first one. So yeah, that's those. And then just to compare, I think the yeah, so the boxes are different sizes. So here we go for comparison. So this is the Kimball and this is the Hobonichi. So the boxes in my Kimball are much smaller. So if you've got smaller writing than the Hobonichi, and as you can see on the bottom, like that whole piece there. So I've got more space to write on this one if I wanted to. And the tops, the text is again less evasive, less in your face, less invasive, sorry. Less kind of obvious. And you just slip them in. So that's what a 365 Hobonichi looks like in there. And one of these just in there is a little bit slimmer. And I'll show you what 2 looks like. So it just doesn't quite go around it as well. I mean, it does, but when they're in there together, it just, I don't know if you can see that, but the spines just sort of butt up on each other. And it feels more like I'm carrying a Bible or something around with me than my diary. And it's weird, that extra ½ centimetre makes a difference in the hands. It makes it less appealing for use. So those are, or that is, I do recommend that. But as I say, it comes as a single, which is not as thick as this. It comes in red, it comes in A5 size as well. So if you really like these and you can't afford one, and I thoroughly understand why, this I do actually recommend. And I hadn't seen it anywhere else. And when I Googled it to purchase it, it came up on that Wish website, and that's why I bought it. So put that one back in there. And for those of you who've been enjoying my pens, this is my vanishing point that I use for work, and it mostly sits in here. So, and it's quite chunky, and that's what I like about these, is that these are chunky enough to take on me. I mean, I could probably fit 2 or 3 slender ballpoints in there, to be honest with you, if I wanted like a number of pens with me. But yeah, so I got that one. Now the other thing I bought, because that took a long time to ramble on about, is I bought one of these from Wish. What is it called? Wish Express, or no, that's AliExpress, isn't it? Anyway, so I got this one. I've been seeing them around, quite like them, and I didn't realise these are squishy, and I love that tactile feel. And it was my Hobonichi that got me to really appreciate this, because everything else I have is hard covered and doesn't move, and it's sturdy. And I just love the fun colours on this. They come in multiple colours. This is like I'm going to use it as a notebook. You can use this as a diary. I don't know how many pages are in here, but it does have on top here, so you can track the day of the week. So you just, circle your day of the week. You've got a weather tracker. You can drop the date in here, so it's undated. It doesn't matter when you start it, and it goes right the way to the back. The pages aren't numbered, so that's why I don't know how many pages I have, but I'm not going to count them. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I think it's just going to be a general notes book, so I probably won't even use the top there. But I thought, as a kind of carry around, or a thoughts, dream journal, diary, it's just a nice little notebook to have basically in your pocket for when you just want to write something down, which is a new thing for me, because most things I hold in my head or stick on my phone or take a picture and I never come back to them. But this will allow me to have it just somewhere to use. And I quite like the size. And I'm finding size is everything. Size means whether I will or won't use it again. Now I did get some other bits. So I've got these little mini cards. It comes in a book. There's loads in here. And if you've been watching any of my recent journaling videos, like journaling for October or prepping for October, it's got these like vellum pictures. And these are great little squares for chucking into your journals. But there's probably more in here than I will ever get around to using. But that'll keep me going for a very long time. So I just went with a vintage collection. So it's got vintage sheets, pages, writing, pictures. There are some lunar and space in here, but I like all the greenery that's in there. Little splashes of red. Some of it reminds me of vintage tarot cards when I'm going through. But yeah, I really quite like this one. Some mushrooms and things in there as well. So just for a little bit of interest on the page, in the corner, without taking up too much space, because they're nice and thin, being on like that kind of tracing paper vellum feel. And you see the picture's really cool. Just that will fit quite neatly if I was journaling in here. So you can see that size fits really nicely on the page, and I've still got plenty to journal around without losing too much on my page. So I got those. I bought some washi tapes. So I bought this one, which is really nice and shimmery and quite nude for me. And this one has got a peel off back. I don't know how many meters you get on there, but it's quite nice anyway. It's a nice thick one. And that one was in one of these. This one. That's that one there. So you can see what it looks like down on the page. And then I bought a box of washi tapes. So I'll just bring them up close so you can have a look at the patterns. Again, really nude, nice little bit of gold to put on the page, golden shimmer. So yeah, I'm having a real sort of different feel. My taste has changed slightly. So be curious to know how long it lasts for. But yeah, I'm going with subtle rather than my usual Gemini brights. So I've got those. And then I got a bag of kind of ephemera. Or, well, actually I bought a couple of items and I've just put them all into one bag now. But so I have these, I have some various like planets and moon phases. And then we have some stickers of labels that I got hold of. So I have stickers, and then we had some like paper samples. So as I say, I have actually been through this and rearranged it all. But I've got like things like this, which I thought were really cute, again, for sticking into my current tarot journal. And we have like little stamps and peel off bits, old bits of ledger paper, lots of kind of things about the cosmos, which is nice to use, little tag shaped bits of paper. So this was really nice. Something I've not had before, so you know, I threw it in my bag and treated myself, because if I'm paying for the postage to come across, it's like I might as well buy a few other bits while I'm there. And then just these, I love old maps. These remind me of my my grandfather used to have one like this in the dining room, and I always really wanted it for my house, but it went to one of my aunties naturally because they wanted it, and I think one of my cousins has it somewhere in their house. But yeah, I always loved it. It just reminds me, it takes me back to being a child sat at the table, because I used to spend a lot of time at my grandparents' house when I was younger. And it just, yeah, has all those old, like, homely vibes. So yeah, really enjoyed these. That was kind of like what I'd call a giant haul. So you won't see one of these again from me for, I don't know, months or years, because I do this every so often. So if it looks like it's a reasonable amount of money for postage, then I'll buy a few things at once to get it all in. But this in general, I think, with the journal, the cover, the 3 journals, I can't think if there's anything else, but I think this little lot here actually in total cost about £45 to have shipped across to the UK. Because I have shopped with them before, so I wasn't on that special offer deal where it's like crazy, ridiculous money, and I can see why people buy so much at that point. But so I had to pay full price for my items, and these were, I don't think I've mentioned it, I think these were about £20, or maybe under £20 for the 2. And obviously this original one was, I think, 45 plus postage, so it's probably coming at 60 quid. So yeah, you can see why I went shopping elsewhere. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry if it was boring for those of you that didn't. Oh, one other thing I forgot. What do I do with my witch counterfeit bits when I say I'm going to do tip-ins? I blank out the bits of writing on them with acrylic pens, so I can write on them again with other coloured acrylic pens and turn them into something else. So you can write your intentions or a little message to yourself on them and use them as tip-ins for your journals. So that's what I do with these. Yeah, there we go. That really is it. So I'll see you in the next one. Let me know where you like to get your ephemeras from, and I will wish you all well. Bye-bye.